TV. It's Kahuna Valley. And as the title suggests, prepare our kids to build a better future. With that being said, I want to address the past generation, the previous generation before mine. So you 70s babies and you 80s babies. Some of y'all, you know what I'm saying, parents was born in the 70s. Some of y'all was born in the late 60s. So I'll say late 60s, mid to late 60s, 70s and 80s babies, because some of y'all motherfuckers, y'all almost the same age as y'all kids. So I'm a 90s baby, you feel me? So the previous decade and few decades before, you set us up to fail the generation after us, our kids. You failed us because you instilled in us and you made us think that the streets is sweet. With each generation, the streets get worse. People think that with each generation, the streets get more sweet. They get softer. People get softer, and it's true to a certain extent, because the following generations get less and less likely to knuckle up and put the dukes up and get it shaken, and they're more likely to park somebody and put them on the curbside. You feel me? The generation before mine, to a certain degree, certain things were worse. You had the crack, dope, and coke era. Heroin, hard and soft, was being pushed in the streets. You had other drugs, you had other things, but that's what it was. So you had an extreme amount of poverty, but the community stuck together because everybody's parents were either drug dealers or drug users, period. You had some that kind of stayed out of it, but you had those parents that were saying, look, I'm gonna get in where I fit in. Everybody, I'm not gonna be the dope head. I'm gonna be the dope dealer because I don't know another way. There's no jobs, there's nothing out here. I could either start using the drugs, become a robber, be broke and working my ass off on a 9 to 5 and can't feed my kids, or I'm going to go out here and I'm gonna sell this work. I'm gonna make a job, if you know what I mean. I see a need for some shit. I see a demand. I'm gonna make the supply. So your parents went to jail, or they were junkies and they weren't feeding you or taking care of you. That's what it was. Or they was murdered. They was parked. They didn't do their job. Some of them were recovering from the previous generation, their parents being drug addicts. Some of them were recovering from their parents being drug addicts. So their parents couldn't do their job, or their parents were going through certain shit because alcohol was the super drug of choice. 1 minute. So I want to tell y'all failed. Own up to it, because either you was working a 9 to 5 and didn't get your kids away, you didn't create a way for your kids to not grow up in that upbringing. That's to the previous generation before that, the grandparent generation, so to speak, for my generation, the parent generation for my generation. You guys set the stage for us to fuck up the next generation. See, the older generation likes to blame the younger generation for why shit is the way it is. Y'all just out here shooting nobody. Nobody wants to fight no more. Why is that? Because with each generation, shit got worse. Y'all don't want to see the progression to that shit. Y'all want to think niggas just turned the guns and got soft. Nah, it's their conscience is gone now. It's not that they soft. They don't give a fuck no more. They don't want to lose the fight. They don't want to have to worry about people making fun of them. They don't want to. It's a pride thing, and it's also a lack of conscience. They're going instant to murder, parking niggas. It's time, and I want to address my generation. My generation. We the parents now. We the adults now. Our parents are now the grandparent generation. For some of us, because some of our grandparent generation still think they young. They still think they could move and shake with us. They still think that they could party and drink and smoke and do and be out with us. But we becoming the generation that's getting old now. And we supposed to show that we can do better than what they did, regardless of whether they taught us better or not. They're supposed to have prepared us to be better. But even if they didn't, we're supposed to show better. We can't hang out with our kids and do what our kids do like that. We will be failures to do so. I'm not going to go out with my kids and start drinking and smoking with my kids, ever. They're not my friends. They're my kids. I don't give a fuck if they're grown. I don't give a fuck if they're grown. Maybe when they're adults, in their 30s, I might go to a bar with them. Or I may go out to dinner with them and have a drink or something. And talk about grown folk shit after they're already established. Not when they made mistakes. Not while they're teenagers. Not while their minds are not developed and they're already where they're gonna be in life. And even after they're where they're gonna be in life and they've been successful, pushing them further. Why? Because we were not taught the streets is not for you. Some of us went out there in secret and did dirt in the streets. Some of us hurt a lot of people. Some of us committed violent crimes that we're not gonna talk about. Some of us did some shit that we wasn't supposed to do. Violent crimes, sold drugs. Some of us did. It's the reality, because our parents didn't teach us better. They couldn't teach us better because they weren't prepared themselves to be parents. Some of them had kids young. Some of them had kids while they were still in high school, even in middle school. We were taught the streets was sweet. Why? Because the parents made it look sweet. Some of our parents was gangster. So we looking at it like it's easy for them. So we go out there and we realize, oh shit, now I gotta turn up for real because I'm already in this shit. I stepped off the porch. Right? Some of us have put people on the fucking curbside. Some niggas is locked up that are the same generation as me, but they're younger than me. They right now in jail for life because they were stupid. They weren't. If some parents made it cute to go be out there and be gangster. Some parents like, oh yeah, my kid is a savage. He's out here to be gangster. He's with the shit. He's tough. Trust me, I know, because the parent generation to mine used to be proud of kids when they go out there and they fucking niggas up, or they in the streets and they tough and they bad as hell. Like, oh, my kid's bad as hell, ain't he? And he laughing. Moms and all that. Talking about, oh, my kid bad as hell. Ain't he bad as hell? Ain't he Oh, he bad. Oh, my kid's so bad. And they laugh about the shit. My kid out here, he just smacked the kid in the school. Now he got suspended. He just beat this kid up. Or he just punched the kid. He did this, he did that. And thought the shit was cute. And then when they get old, and they see our kids is worse than we were, they like, oh, you need to whoop their ass. You need to whoop our ass. You need to whoop our ass. You need to fuck us up. That's a fact. I might be the only person that says that. Our parents needed to fuck us up. Some of our parents did fuck us up. They were excessive though. They didn't do it because we did something wrong. They did it because some of our mothers fucked us up because they hated our fathers. Some of our fathers fucked us up because they was going through shit. They was looking at life a little from a warped point of view. That's a fact. But we needed to get fucked up. Society became real soft. You can't even scream at your kid no more without your kid talking about, I'm calling the police on you, because this politically correct bullshit ruined our kids. They made them pussy, and they also made it where they're pussy and they can't be disciplined, and then they go out in these streets like they tough and they get curbside. They get parked where they at. They didn't even hit second gear yet. They barely got off that fucking off the first step of the porch and get parked right there on the curb. If our generation would have prepared us and said the streets is not for you, but if you're gonna live this life, I'm gonna tell you this shit ain't sweet. I make it look sweet because blah, this is what it is. You're not built like that. You ain't ready for what I'm ready for. And if you are, you're going to end up dead or in jail. In my prime age for this bad lifestyle, when I was doing my thing, any nigga that wanted to fuck with me and be under me, I told them the truth. Facts. Any one of them will vouch for it. They will say, I told them, this shit is not what you think it is. It looks cool because I make it look cool. I go out here flossing. I look good. I got new kicks all the time. That's because I made the money. The streets didn't give me that. I went and got it myself. The set didn't give me that. The gang didn't give me that. I got that. They didn't provide shit for me. They didn't do shit for me. Park niggas, maybe. Beat niggas up, maybe. But most of that I did myself. Most of the shit that went on, I did myself. I couldn't count on niggas. And I tell them that. Yeah, because I'm a different type of nigga. I'm a different breed. I got your back. And I'm trying to be the quote-unquote big homie, big brother, whatever you want to call me, in a different manner. I'm trying to teach y'all niggas as I'm doing it. I told niggas, I don't want y'all niggas looking bummy around me. I don't want y'all niggas to idolize me because I smack a nigga up or I knock the nigga out or whatever the fuck. I want y'all niggas to idolize me because I went out here and got this money. I don't want y'all niggas selling drugs. Right? So, we wonder why, right? My generation believes that my generation, A, don't want to whoop their kids' ass. My generation, B, most of us, parents, thought it was cute when we were bad as hell. Most of our parents, the parent generation to mine, so the 90s babies parent generation, thought it was cute for us to be bad as hell, thought it was cute for us to be ratchet and be a smart ass and all this other shit. Thought it was cute when we beat other kids up and all that other shit. Then, when they get old, they wonder why the fuck our children are killing each other. They wonder why. They say we need to stop all this black on black crime, all this brown on black crime or whatever, which is still black on black crime. But they wonder why shit is so fucked up. Because of them. Because they thought the shit was cute when they were young. And some of them still think they fucking young. They out here, you know what I'm saying, trying to look cute for my generation. And even some of the little niggas that's under my generation. Right? They made it look good to be in the streets. They look at this generation like shit is sweet. It ain't. Because now kids is going from jumping them, hopping them, whatever, stomping them out, breaking jaws or whatever, to parking niggas. They losing lives. You know why? It's not because these kids are scared to fight. It's because they're on drugs. A lot of them are on drugs, pills. Drugs that's supposed to help with depression. Drugs that's supposed to help get the voices out of your head. Drugs that's supposed to be for therapeutic reasons or focus reasons. And what it does is, it takes away your conscience when you're using it for the wrong reason. You don't think about the consequences of what you've done when you're on them drugs. Like, for example, a lot of these drugs, motherfuckers is doing drugs that are basically like heroin. And don't realize it. They don't have a conscience. Back in the parent generation of mine, motherfuckers, the drugs they like to use is PCP. P makes you have no conscience. It makes you not give a fuck about what you do and what you've done. You no longer in your body no more. It's no different. They've only replaced it because the side effects were so immediate with that shit. The side effects were so immediate with that shit that it had people out here like zombies. There's still niggas that use it today, but they out here killing each other, right? I had a discussion with my wife, right? I said we have to be hard on our kids because we have to prepare them before somebody else prepares them, and we gotta let them know this shit not a game. That this life, that tough guy shit ain't for them. We gotta let them know that life not for them before somebody else do. Because the person that do let them know is gonna put them on somebody's obituary. Okay? I'm hard on my motherfucking kids because I don't want nobody else dealing with my kids. Because how they deal with them is gonna be different than how I do it. Somebody gonna put them on somebody's obituary. We're gonna be sitting there talking about singing songs about how we miss our child and crying in the motherfucking funeral. And every fucking parent, this is every parent, is in denial about their kid being bad as hell. You either think it's cute that your kid's bad as fuck, or you in denial. My baby was the sweetest baby. My baby never did nothing to nobody. Yeah, they did. They pushed the old lady down the stairs. This on such and such day. They robbed this motherfucker over here. They beat this nigga up over here, embarrassed him, stripped him butt naked, made him walk down the street. This your kid earned the death that they got. Okay? They sold their soul and the devil came collecting. That's what it is. Not to be mean to nobody, not to hurt nobody who's mourning the death of their child, but this is what it is. That's a fact. If we were blunt with this shit and real about this shit, before the motherfucker died, parents would have went out there and started snatching their kids up. They should have went out there and started snatching their kids up. Get your ass in the house. And I remember, in my generation, fathers were snatching their daughters the fuck up. Those girls who had fathers, some girls who had mothers that gave a fuck, they was out there snatching them up. When I was real little, I'm talking about. Because once they reached a certain age, like teenagers, they really stopped giving a fuck. Because most of the girls out there getting pregnant mad young. But those parents who actually gave a fuck were snatching it, literally pulling the girls by their motherfucking weave, by their hair, dragging their ass in the house, talking about, get your ass in this house, you little fast little ass, get in here now. They was dragging them in the motherfucking house and whooping their ass when they was out there in the Daisy Duke booty shorts. And at some point, maybe by the time I was maybe 10 years old, 11 years old, 12, that shit stopped. Girls was moving faster and faster, and the generation, like the late 90s babies to early 2000s babies, they started going, like mid 90s, I want to say, like from 96 and after, 97 and after, they started being thoughts, getting pregnant young is a motherfucker. Why? Because there's no more daddies dragging their daughters in the house and beating their ass. Instead, the young niggas scared of my generation because niggas was like, fuck you nigga, I'm not scared of you no more. My generation used to be scared of the fathers. Damn, I can't smash his daughter, he gonna kill me. Why? Because most of these girls' dads put on the thug act as if, you know, some of them, their daddies was gangster and probably would murder your ass for, you know, sleeping with their daughters. You know what I'm saying? You young and hot in the pants, she young, hot in the pants, y'all doing what y'all gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Y'all doing what y'all want to do. Not what you gotta do, but what you want to do. Not realizing the consequences of what you're doing. That, you know, a new life is gonna come from that and you gotta raise it. Some parents told you the truth. You get pregnant, don't bring that fucking baby home to me. And a lot of these girls, that fucked them up. We thought that was the right thing to do. Well, our parents' generation thought that was the right thing to do. To tell us, you have a baby, you don't bring it here. I'm not raising it. That fucked them up because now they're like, oh, they get scared. They have the baby, they run away from home. They get with some old ass nigga. The old ass nigga promising things, take advantage of them, and have them out there hoeing. This is the facts. This is the real. The next generation, parents was fucking okay in the shit. There's girls that are maybe, I don't know how to, there's girls, right, maybe, I don't know, 6, 7 years younger than me, so they're still the same generation, they just younger, who have babies, a lot of them, in my state, out my state, who have babies, and their parents go to the baby shower, they're proud of the shit, they're happy about the shit, and that's cool, supporting your kids, showing love and support, making your kid feel like you're there for them. But we got so politically correct with shit that we forgot. As soon as that child had that baby, you should have fucked them up. Because they still your child. 13, 12, 13, 14, 15 having babies. As soon as that baby dropped, as soon as they got out the hospital and they healed up, fuck your child up. Let them know. I ain't forget. This ass whooping coming. And when it come, fuck your child up. That's how it's supposed to be. Because then they don't go out there and have a second one. They don't go out here with a third one. They don't go out here and have a fourth one. They don't go out here and the younger siblings that see that shit, they think, oh shit, mommy's not going to actually kill me. Daddy's not going to kill me because I had a baby young. They see that when the older sibling who has a child young, they see that you support them. Instead of seeing, oh, they supported them because they do love us, they do love the kid, but damn, daddy went in there and fucked her up or fucked him up because he got this girl pregnant and now daddy got to pay out more money. Daddy's already struggling taking care of us. Mommy went in there and fucked her up or fucked him up because this is what it is. We need to prepare our kids for the streets. Kids is out here getting parked left and right. That's why there's so much crime. Because the previous generations are not giving a fuck. The old motherfuckers is blaming the young motherfuckers. The young motherfuckers is blaming the old motherfuckers. Everybody placing the blame because nobody wants to accept responsibility. But I tell you right now, my kids, they're not going to be parked. And they're not going to be parking niggas. You know what they're going to be doing? They're going to be parking cars at their house. Because they're going to make it past the age of 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. They're going to make it past that age. I'm going to watch them grow as they watch me get old. Why? Because I'm going to discipline my kids and I'm going to make sure they do not turn out like me. They do not turn out like every nigga around me. They do not turn out like my brothers. They don't turn out like other people around us. They do better. That's our goal. That's what we're supposed to do. That's what we're supposed to do as the parents. 1 minute, y'all. 1 minute. You got everything? I don't know what she did. Not the strollers. The strollers. That's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to prepare the next generation to be better than us. I swear to God, yo. You don't know how many of these niggas I seen get parked, die at the early age, drug overdose, get murdered, get locked up forever. All that other shit. Get murdered. Go to jail forever. And their parents cry in the courtroom. The parents cry at the funeral. Parents cry at the funeral. Or in the courtroom talking about, my baby didn't hurt nobody. My baby never did nothing to nobody. My baby's innocent. Oh my God. Oh my God. All that other shit. Strollers and shit. Right? And all that other shit. Right? Parents. How many parents was out there crying, talking about their baby's innocent, never hurt a soul? How many parents at funerals, in the courtroom, all that shit? The kid was innocent. The kid loved to do all this bullshit. The kid was out here doing shit right in front of their parents' face, committing crimes. They in denial, looking fucking stupid when their kid end up in a casket or in their new name is a damn jail inmate number, prison inmate number, and they say life, 25 to life, whatever, because the kid ruined their life. There's nothing else back here at all. There's nothing else, huh? So, you know what I'm saying? You know how many fucking parents out here talking about, my baby never hurt a soul, my baby da 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 da. Yes, your baby was a piece of shit. Your baby killed people. Your baby stole from people. Your baby was doing all this other shit, and that shit caught up with them, and now they're either dead or in jail. People don't like to admit that shit because they in denial, thinking their baby going to heaven. No, your baby's going to hell. Straight up, if you believe in that sort of thing. If you believe in that sort of thing. And a lot of people do believe in it until some shit happen to them, and then they stop, or they see what it's really like. That, you know, they see the reality of it, that they sin so much that they not going to the place they think they're going. You understand what I'm saying? Right? So, hold on, y'all. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people believe in heaven and hell, super religious, until somebody say, Oh, your child was out here killing people. Your child was out here stealing from people. Your child was out here hurting people. Your child going to hell. Then it's like, oh, they want to hurt somebody. They mad at somebody. Hold on a minute. So a lot of people like to believe their children is perfect angels. Well, listen. A lot of people like to be in denial, deny certain things. When people say things about their kids until they see it's in their kid, even when they know it's in the kid's character to do certain things. You know what I'm saying? Even and it really, people like, oh, it's something little. If they kid do something little, it's something small. I'm not gonna discipline my child over that, or I'm gonna ignore it. I'm gonna let them get away with it, or whatever. This one time. No, 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 no. You know why? Because those little things turn to big things. Because kids, their mind works like this. If I get away with doing something wrong, I can get away with anything. It don't matter if it was something small. They don't think about it. Oh, my parent only let me get away with it in something small. For example, little shit like, oh, you took a piece of candy from the store. Immediately, you should show your kid it's not okay to steal. Or your kid's talking back in class. You should prepare your kid for that because, again, either the police is going to prepare them or the criminal element is going to prepare them. Point blank, period. With that being said, prepare your kids to build a better future. Prepare your kids to build a better future so that their kids can have a future. So that when you're old and you're gray, you don't have no young nigga talking about get out the way, old nigga, or get out the way, old bitch, or pushing you down somewhere, or hurting you, or robbing you, or killing you. You got to think about it. The future, the disrespect you gave the older generation is going to come to you because you're going to be in the older generation. Okay? The future you prepare for your kids is the future you prepare for yourself. Some of y'all don't care how your kids' lives turn out. Some of y'all don't care about your kids' future. Care about your own because you're going to be old and you ain't going to be able to defend yourself. A lot of y'all niggas is in denial. Y'all talking about, oh, I'll blow that little nigga's head off. They not built like me. They not built. Okay, that's cool. But then you're going to be old as fuck sitting in somebody's prison. Or that little motherfucker right there, they got access to guns that we ain't never seen before. You going to be old one day. They going to be the next person in their prime. The future you build for your kids, you build for yourself. With that being said, peace, y'all. Take heed to everything I'm saying. And tune in for the next video.